Good morning, everyone. It's Jerry with Creekside, and we're ready to get the Flo-Well installed today. So we're going to show you all those steps and try to map all this out for you. I can't remember how many the other day or when this video would go out compared to today's video, but we're going to get the Flo-Well installed in here today, along with 2 catch basins and everything. Just a little bit of order of business. If you would be so kindly to click on this link down here below in our description, and if you care to vote for Jenny's auger and Jenny, and see if we could push her forward to get the Green Thumb Award. That would be really awesome for that little piece of equipment. And if you haven't used it, you know, you've seen it in lots of videos and you've seen how well it works for us. We can stand behind the augers. I would just like to kind of see what we can do to help get that push forward. And then you can click on it. You can also, on that same website, you can go in, it's pretty cool. You can vote on different types of perennials and annuals and shrubs that have different categories. So this one's under the garden products category. And you can click on there. There's 3, and of course Jenny's auger is one of those. So if you would feel the need or feel like you could help us out with that, that would be awesome. And give a click and a vote for my wife there on that video, or on that auger. So anyway, we're going to get started today. I'm going to use the Bobcat excavator here to dig out. We're going to have to dig 3 big holes for 2 catch basins, like I described in the other video. Maybe Megan can throw a link up on that. But we have the catch basins here that are going to collect water. So in this area that's right here behind me, this area here collects a lot of water along the side of the greenhouse also. So we're going to catch both sections full of water, and then it's going to flow from pipe using solid and French drain pipe from here to the Flo-Well. So what you may ask is, what in the world is a Flo-Well? It's a dry well, but we're actually flowing water inside an open space instead of just like a dry well would be set up with a big hole full of just all washstone. So it can't hold as much water as like a Flo-Well can. So they all come in these pieces here and have these knockouts. So each one of these knockouts is where the pipe goes into. So I'm going to run 4-inch pipe right into this knockout, and it creates a circle. So it's like each one of these panels here, they hook to one another, making the well itself. Okay, so down in the bottom of the well, we will also have probably about 6 inches of washstone underneath that to give the water somewhere else to go. We can also, there's all of these little small holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think maybe 10 or 12 of them each panel. You don't have to knock them all out, but you could. But because the entire well, when I dig it, it's going to be bigger than this 2x2, and then in that entire well is going to be full of washstone. So that gives another place for all the water to go. And you may be thinking, why in the world do I need a Flo-Well, Jerry? Well, I mean, gardeners, you might have a spot, you know, in your yard. It may be a house, maybe a downspout, maybe something that's flowing water to an area that you're trying to grow plants, right? So you can hook your downspouts to one of these Flo-Wells, especially if you have red clay soils. If you have sandy soils, you're not really going to have like standing water problems, but we do. And so these are excellent tools to use in our gardens to be able to contain up to 50 gallons of water in an area that will slowly disperse through the well. I'm going to aid that also by connecting on the back side of the well, coming out of one of these tubes, okay, is going to be a French drain system. So that gives it even more areas to percolate out into the space. So as it starts to drain all the way through, it'll make it to my wash stone areas and then go in and around the building with no problem. I don't want to take it all the way around or pipe all the way around the building, because I have power over there and I have a new Cat 5 underground cable, and I just don't feel like doing that. And I do think this is a great solution, and probably a better solution than just dumping the water out. That's just more runoff. So you're also stopping runoff, which is bad. Okay, so in each one of my catch basins, these are 18-inch, they're going to hold a good bit of water, and then we're going to knock the bottoms out of those and put wash stone underneath those, so that gives it even more places for it to percolate out, right? So that's the plan here. Then I have a whole load of brand new number 67 wash stone coming in to fill this entire space. So, you know, the trucks, the UPS trucks come in here to pick up all the deliveries to take to your houses and all that jazz. So anyway, and it's also going to, putting in this basin here is also going to help protect our sidewalk, you know, from water damage, right? So, you know, water can get underneath there, and that can cause a weak spot into your concrete. So we're going to try to prevent that today. So that's kind of the plan. We're just going to kind of get going here in just a second, and we'll get to show you some action with the bobcats. So I plan on using the excavator, which is over here behind me. That's the E35. We've got the dump truck over here to be able to get all that soil out of here, because I'm not going to be putting any of that soil back into the holes or into the trenches, because of all the holes in the trenches will have the wash stone to give the place for the water to go. Okay, and we're running it closer to the greenhouse, so that way it's not in the way of traffic with the trucks coming in and out of here. Okay, I'll probably use the little bobcats, which is the MT85, just to kind of move some gravel around and that kind of thing, and then we may finish up with the big boy, just kind of smoothing gravel out once it all gets here. But that's the plan, and let's see how it goes, right? And then we'll see what else we can get into, and see what else I can hear. Jackson coming right now with his load of tools. He has now commandeered one of my Kubotas and turned it into this rolling toolbox, so it's really turned out really great. So, but we'll get rolling here and see what we can get done, okay? All right, okay, I wanted to stop right here for just 1 second, just to be able to give you the idea as to why this thing is not draining, okay? If you might have seen in the earlier footage when I started going at it, it's this real chunky, hard clay. That's the reason as to why it takes forever for it to drain. It just cannot drain through this, so we're creating that area for this water. So you can see I've got a nice hole here, almost waist deep. Pretty deep, isn't it, Jackson? Jackson says yes, he's trying to wake up this morning. He's ready to go. But anyway, so part of this hole here, so I'm gonna fill it full of wash stone and put my box up on top. And then we're gonna go out from here, from this catch basin to our line over here. And this line will carry water that way. So that's the plan. I just wanted to kind of stop and give you just a little bit of a tip there as to why you can have drainage problem. And you know, in parts of your garden, it could be like this in the south where you got lots of red clay and you got that spot where it's holding water no matter where that water is coming from, and you could put a catch basin or something like that into or right prior to your garden bed, just like this, hook a pipe to it, take it to a flow well to give it somewhere for all that water to hang out. Up to 50 gallons of water can hang out inside that flow well. So we're going to keep at it here. Probably have to scratch up some loose stone and put down here in the bottom maybe, because our truck of gravel has not gotten here yet. So anyway, talk to you later. Okay, all right guys, I had to get on this little Bobcat right here, the MT85, and just kind of move off a lot of this gravel because we've got some fabric, old fabric we had put down right here. So I'm gonna get this fabric cut out of here, but just kind of gives you the idea. This is where the whole dry well system is going to go. So I'm gonna make a really large hole in this area right here to where all the wash stone goes in here. So if we back up, you can see where we've taken out these big holes here. So I don't know what you can see here yet, but this is where this collection, this is water collection area. So water is going to go into those catch basins. Pipe, it's coming this way, run here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the trencher out and just trench this so it's not so much. As you know, the excavator just brings up these big clods, you know, these big clods of dirt like that right there. That's what your drainage problem is. Just like in your garden, you know, you have large clod red soil just like this, and you need to aerate it. So we're aerating it for drainage. So we're going to use the stone, the 67 stone, the wash stone. But you use pine bark, you know, to aerate your soil for your garden. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep coming all the way down through here, catch basin. Then from this big flow here, then we're going to do the French drain all the way out. Okay, so we're going to probably switch up the equipment just a little bit and get things going. Okay, thank you. We've been digging out this hole right here for the flow well. Okay, so we've got a good bit more to go. Jackson just did a measurement. It's about, we need to go just 3 feet just for the well. So, and we're 4 feet wide. We're probably 5 feet more this way, and none of that really matters. I mean, it's all about how big that you really want to go. You need to go a certain good size to be able to get gravel and pipe and all that stuff around it and everything. But we've got plenty of room for all that. I am going to have to go down deeper, more than 3 feet, to be able to put a good amount of wash stone underneath it, so that way we have drainage there too. So we're just creating all this drainage in this situation. But as you can see, this is true red clay. This is pan. The water has a hard time going through all this. It takes a while for it to seep. But as I kind of break it up, and if you were to take this in your garden, you could take this stuff that I have in my dump truck right now, you could mix that with some pine bark, some compost, and you would have an excellent soil for your garden. So we're gonna store this stuff, somewhere else here in just a little bit. So we're just going to kind of keep working at it, get the parts together. We still do not have our gravel, so we're waiting on that truck to come. It's a little out of the ordinary for them to have not been here this morning. So anyway, we're going to keep working at it, and we'll put it all together. Once we kind of start putting it all together, we'll kind of come back and talk about it. All right. Okay guys, we've been trying to put this all together. We got the gravel in and everything, been filling up here and there, and we've got the the Flo-Well is in. We filled up probably about 2 foot of wash stone underneath it. Both pipes are coming in from the catch basins, which run all the way back up to that way. This one here is actually a perforated pipe, so I'm going to try it, because I tend to collect a lot of water right there off the greenhouse, like I said the other day. This is just solid pipe. We'll fill all that back in with the clay. We'll put wash stone down through there and then clean all that up. Fill up the wash stone back up at the top where the grates are, and we have this gigantic hole here to fill in where the flow is, right? This is so this is the Flo-Well right here. So this is what we'll do is fill this entire area here full of gravel, so that'll give us plenty of flow out. Now I want to show you right here. It has those punch outs I was talking about, so I punched out some holes around it, so this will give some flow out into this space where all the wash stone is, which that is what gives you all the extra capacity. So I would say we're going to hold a lot more than 50 gallons of water in here. So then if any kind of overflow will come out through the top, any kind of water up here that's residual will go into the top. So it is time now to start cleaning everything up, get everything filled up, and then we'll kind of wrap it up for today. All right, we'll see you in a second. All right, guys, we're back. It's done. All covered up, all fresh stone is all down, all smoothed out. It added a little bit of extra gravel up this way. The vent well is right there. I'll put the diesel can right here, so that shows where my vent is when I was running my machines around and stuff, so I didn't run into it. But there's that lets me know that's where the Flo-Well is located at. As you can see, big difference. Brought in, that's probably 18 ton of number 67 right there in this little section. A lot of it went in that hole to fill that up, but I think we still got, we'll let this sit, ride on it a little bit. There's some dips here and there and that, and back over there where the bobcat is, that's where the pile was. I've got a good bit left over there, and I'll need to do some work over there. But yeah, this area is kind of coming together. UPS just got here a few minutes ago. It's already come in and picked up packages to go out for today. But we, really, like this area here, we'll get a lot of water from there, but there's really no way to stop that water other than building this retaining wall and all this jazz, and I'm not going to do that in this section here. I'm just going to let that ride, and we just kind of keep working that. But it's a funky spot because it wants to go towards the sidewalk, but it also wants to drain along this way, along the garage door area right here, and then come all the way out, and it comes around this side of the building and out. But I think this will be a good job getting the water off the sidewalk up here, which was my main goal, and just kind of shoring all this up. I've got some really thick gravel right here, but kind of where you see the dump truck area up that way, I'll go up here where the excavator is. This section here, truck driver got here and said, "You need some more?" I said, "Well, not today." So I'm sure we'll be back. I said, "Oh yeah," because we have all the way down there. We're going to bring wash stone up this way in behind where we keep all of our soils and stuff. So that right there is proven winter soil mix ready for spring 2025. We have gone through almost every bit of the land and sea. So you folks that are coming next Saturday, for the last Saturday, I've got 2 or 3 pallets left for special on $13.99. That's at the garden center only. But then I got another truckload coming for spring, so we'll have plenty for that. But anyway, it's been a really busy day. It's been a full day. This project, just to kind of give you an idea, we were out here a little bit after 9, I think it was, and this is getting close to 4:30 right now. So we're wrapping that up. Emily's home from college. I've been seen in the video, I'm not sure, but she kind of helped out a little bit. Just little extra hands, just kind of holding pipe here and there is very helpful when you've been out here all day. But anyways, thank you for coming on board with the Flo-Well this morning, afternoon, wherever you might be in the world. But thank you for gardening with Creekside, and we'll check you next time. Bye.